everyone. This is Coach Toyin speaking. Welcome. So, I want to read a chapter and discuss how well do you know your customers. So, for those who are new, welcome to my space. I train entrepreneurs the A to Z of entrepreneurship. And my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur, is available on Amazon. You can go grab a copy. Just search for Mindset of an Entrepreneur or search for my name. So, what I want to do today is just discuss one of the chapters. And this book is filled with some of the principles that I teach in my academy, Toyin Umesiri, right? Academy. So, how well do you know your customers? Literally, there's a workbook, there's a program assigned to it in my school, there's a chapter dedicated to it in my book, and I'm just going to dive into that chapter today. Okay, so welcome everyone joining, and then I'll discuss, right? So, how well do you know your customers? And I started with your customers know what they want. Do you? Okay. Customers use money to buy what they need, want, and desire to reduce pain and to get closer to achieving their aspirations. This is why I say passion sells, but desire buys. This is so fundamental. If you're an entrepreneurship, like this chapter is just so fundamental because many people go into entrepreneurship with, I want to make money, but I say, where is the money going to come from? I want to make tons of money. Well, guess what? You need tons of customers. I want to make a lot of money. Well, where are a lot of clients? Where are they? This is why many people are still in fantasy world. You need to read this book. Okay? Your customers use money. I teach a lot of this principle, like money, the history of money. I talk about money a lot, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't study money, you're in the wrong profession if you're an entrepreneur, right? The sustenance of your business is tied to chiching. So it needs to be as natural to you as blood is to a nurse or a doctor, right? This is a core component of your profession. Entrepreneurship is a chosen profession. So welcome everyone joining. Let me know where you're joining from. I'd love for us to engage. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out as well. So again, how well do you know your customers? What I also was trying to explain there, what I explained there in that first paragraph is that put yourself in the shoes of your customers. You are a customer to somebody. Okay, as a customer, my money is my money. And I use my money to acquire what I want, what I think I need, something I want that will help me achieve whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. This is what we spend money for. So if I don't want it, if I don't feel I need it, if I don't desire it, if it's not useful or relevant to me, I'm not interested in spending my money. That's where psychology comes in, the psychology of the customer, the psychology of buying. Is that as a customer, you have to understand the behavioral mindset and think, right, of your customers and your clients. Is that money is a utility. Okay. Oh, I see you. You says Toyin I5. Join from India. Thank you for joining. Yes, I love engagement. So let me know where you're joining from and tell your friends to pull up, right? This is a powerful, 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 right, conversation we're having. So I'm reading my book. I'm discussing my book. We're engaging, right? And this chapter is covering how well do you know your customers. This chapter also has a corresponding workbook, right? It also has a series of courses tied to it. The reason is because I am committed to sharing knowledge with you, but I want you to develop skill. I cannot transfer my skills to you. So the skills that I've developed over the years that helps me to get my results, I want you to develop yours, but I will guide you. I will teach you. This is why workbooks classes come in. Is that the book will give you information why this is important. The school Academy will teach you how to do this for yourself. And I want you to practice it because once you become a master, you start getting the best results. So again, I just shared that the psychology you need to first understand is that money is a utility to a customer, to a client. You need to sell me the need. You need to sell me my want, my desire, my aspiration before I will consider using my money to acquire it. So let me keep going. Passion sells, desire buys. Passion. You as the entrepreneur, you can use your passion to sell, right? You can use it to explain, you can use it to persuade, but ultimately desire is what will acquire what it is you are presenting. So I welcome Mr. Kendrick. Thank you for being here. I think this is your first time. So basically, I'm discussing a chapter from my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur. And I'm really just publicly, there's also a video feed assigned to this. So if you want to introduce yourself, go ahead and do that.
My name is Kendrick. I am a graphic designer and web designer. I build logos, websites, and I help businesses out with graphic design needs. I'm located in Alabama in the USA.
Awesome. Let me also make sure, okay, I'm already following you. I always like checking people's profile and making sure I stay connected as well. So yeah, welcome to the space. I just started reading one of the chapters in my book that is dedicated to entrepreneurship. I also teach the A to C of entrepreneurs. I teach entrepreneurs around the world, right? How to accelerate their business growth and success. Okay. So I just read the first paragraph and I ended with passion sells, desire buys. The skill of persuasion is to persuade people to desire, to want, to need, because I shared we use money as a utility to buy what we need, what we like, what we want. And your job as an entrepreneur, right, is to make your work, right, desirable. Desire is the ultimate sales, right, emotion. Okay. Let me move on to the next paragraph. And thank you for those who are listening. Invite more people. This is just fun stuff. Okay. I also introduced a concept, the customer blind spot. As the entrepreneur or business owner, you must now seek to understand what may be sitting in your ideal customer's blind spot. If you create a solution for a problem that people do not know that they have, you will find it very difficult to convince them to buy it. However, when you engineer around desire, your customers will track you down because they want what you have created. Selling is easy when you do several things well. Selling becomes extremely difficult if you do not. Okay, let me stop there. Apple is one of the best brands that do it well. Their products are desirable. Listen, I don't have Apple, but listen, I have a love, a distance love. Like I don't love it enough to go switch my Android, but guess what? My husband already said the moment we all switch, we might switch to Apple. My son already switched, already got Apple. So he's already, telling us, oh, this. I'm like, guys, it's desirable. Whether you're an Apple user or not, listen, they've made you fall in love. Even the people who are Apple users, the way they talk about it, they make you jealous. They make you feel like, listen, you are missing out. So products like that sell themselves. When they release a new product, listen, people will go to the front of their store and wait 24 hours to be the first. They have a cult following. Why? It's about desirability. The moment people fall in love with who you are and what you do, listen, and what's in your hand, your creation, is desirable to them, they will find you. They will look for you. They will move in your direction. And when people do not want what you have, it's not desirable, it's not of interest to them, you will find yourself trying to pull them into your world. You don't need that. Your job is to be desirable. Trust me. When you flash desire, people pay attention. But if it's not compelling, listen, there's nothing much you can do. There's not much you can do. Desire is what we buy. compelling stories, on and on and on. Okay? So watch out for that. That's why I say, how well do you know your customers? Do you know their desires? Do you know their aspiration? Like I shared, there's a workbook tied to this in my school, toyinumesiri.academy. Like if you want to do the work for your business, right? There's series of questions. There are a series of video guides you would listen to. You would do the assignments. You follow it because you need to take the strategies I teach. Don't just listen to me. You need to apply it into your own business. This is when transformation and results come in. I will transfer knowledge. I will guide you. I will teach it. I'm committed to that. Listen, I love doing that. I love talking about money, teaching entrepreneurship. I do it. I will do it anytime, any day. But I also know for you to get results, you need skills, not just average skills. Mastery, superior skills will get you superior results in your business. You've got to level up. That's why I always tell entrepreneurs, most people are playing at a very, very, very low skill level. There's a skill questionnaire in my school. I tell you to test your skills, assess yourself. Branding, marketing, are you beginner, intermediate, mastery? Your skill will match the results you get. Low skill, low results. High skill, high results. So hurry up and master. That's why my school is there. Because here's the thing, on social media, you can watch other people get their results. You don't know how many years they've been practicing for them to get their results. You know, on social, Instagram, people say, oh, I made this, I made this, I made that. Ask them. Nobody's asking them. How long did it take you to practice discipline and figure out precisely, right, what you need to do to activate outcomes? People are not asking the right question. Many people just assume you can do it. Like, listen, I tell people, you can see people swimming. Swimming at a distance look easy. If you jump into the ocean without practicing swimming, you drown. This is why failure rate in entrepreneurship is very, very high. Let me stop there. Mr. Kendrick, do you want to react to what I just shared before I go on reading?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you enjoying this? Okay, good. I also talked about customer blind spots. This is part of the workbook. This is the challenge most entrepreneurs, first-time entrepreneurs, inexperienced entrepreneurs, this is what they're going through. They are trying to sell a solution that people don't actually think or know that they have, that they need. It's like, excuse me, imagine trying to sell painkiller that is supposed to remove headache, but you are selling it to people that do not have an headache. Okay? Is that if you're online and you keep promoting yourself, buy this solution, buy this solution, buy this solution, people are just ignoring you because you're not talking about the problem or the symptoms that will lead them to know they need a solution. There's a workbook in my school. I think it's week 9. There's a 10-week accelerator. Week 9, I talk about lead generation engine. And I talk about the customer journey and the phases of transformation, problem awareness, on and on and on, and how you match it with your messaging. Is that if you are delivering this message into the marketplace and the people following you, there's no awareness or consciousness in them that you are talking about something they need addressed. Your job first is to discuss the symptoms and the problem. You have to create awareness because remember, I shared before, we only use money as a utility to buy what we think we need, what we want, what we desire. And as long as I'm not thinking I need it, as long as I don't think I want it, my money and my consciousness is not on your product or service. So your job is to make me think consciously about whatever you're talking about. Not just your solution. You've got to tell me why I should think about the problem. So blind spot means whatever your solution is solving, there's no awareness. This is when I tell this story, it's like you are preaching to, right? You're not preaching to me. This is the same syndrome going on online. All your followers believe you're not preaching to them. When all your followers do not, you are posting every day, more content, more content, more content. You are doing all of that, but all of them, they've not arrived at the conclusion that they need you, they need your services, they need your solution. So guess what? They skip, they scroll. Because guess what? You are sitting in their blind spot. You've got to create awareness that you have a solution to a problem they have. Because as long as they don't believe they have a problem that they need removed, that is prioritized, listen, they're just admiring you from a distance. You introduce yourself, oh, good for you. Oh, nice. I like it. But they don't know they need you. They don't know how your work can help advance their own goals. You've not communicated that to them. So as long as they don't feel they need you, because here's the thing, you cannot tell people how to think, but you can tell them to consider thinking about something. Let me repeat that. Every word I speak is packed and loaded. There's a class. Every sentence is a master class. That's why I have over 300 resources at toyinumesivi.academy. Those who want to study, get the skills, build the system that will help them accelerate their journey. I release the resource on millionaire mindset. You've got to think. Only a millionaire mindset will create $1 million business. So your job first is to refine yourself in the place of your mind, right? To unleash your potential, to dream big, and to learn superior skills that will get you that result. And when you do none of that, listen, you keep on the ground, roaming the streets, looking for what? How long can you pick stuff on the ground for? Anyway, let me get back to it. So your job is to not remain in the blind spot of even people following you. You've got to talk about real issues that will help them think. They have to think. You have to make people think. Do you know that? Because thinking, listen, the action to pay for any service requires a lot of thinking. If you don't know now. It requires a lot of calculation. Heart, mind must align. So as long as people tell you entertain people, entertain your followers, they are denying you your livelihood. Your job is not to entertain if you're not an entertainer. Your job is to make people consider, think, explore. Because out of thinking is where action, feeling and action emerge. When you see the ad on TV for a car and it flashes and it's desirable, you go, I like that. That is thinking activated. You've got to activate thinking for people to consider what you're saying. And when you don't make people think, it actually defeats the whole purpose. You make people laugh. Guess what? We laugh and move on to the next person. Do you realize the psychology of laughter? Laughter makes people forget their problems. Do you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to go deep if you want to go deep. Do you know the more you make people laugh, they forget their sorrow? Yet, you are supposed to help them remember the problems they have. Counterproductive activities. You are putting your time to create solutions and content that will not support you. The platforms will be happy as long as you're entertaining people. But you're not supposed to. If you are an entrepreneur, your job is not, if you are not Will Smith, if you're not being paid to entertain, it's not your job to entertain. But please entertain if you want. But my own understanding as an expert in this place is you want people to think and consider, right? The problems, the challenges, the future, whatever thing your product supports. Your job is to make people consider that. I have there's a TV show I run for entrepreneurs based on my book as well. I remember one of the episodes. It's available at Toyin Umesivi Academy. So it runs here in Illinois, Aurora, Illinois, right? I remember one of the episodes, I actually broke down the fact that we connect based on value. Your job is to actually talk about values. Let people think about their value system. What do you value? Do you value that future? Do you value your kids? Do you value your time? Right? Do you value your business? Do you value your health? Right? The things that people value is what you're supposed to call out. Do you value money? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to spend less time? Anyway, Mr. Kendrick, did you want to say something? Oh, okay. I'm also multitasking here, but anyway, feel free to share it out and also invite more people. What else? Okay, I'll keep. That's so true. Thank you. So yeah, go on, Mr. Kendrick.
No, it was what you had said earlier about providing value. Um, I was multitasking actually too. After you said that, I went to my website and I reevaluated what I wrote before. And you were right. I didn't have the problem. I just had the solutions all down on there. So what I'm doing now is going back and asking the correct questions and then giving the solutions.
Right. And again, there are several steps to getting this right. I call it your magnetic messaging. But let me ask you briefly now.
Mm-hmm.
What would I use your solution for?
Web design.
Why would I need a website?
Because without a website, you have limited presence. It's lack of credibility, difficulty communicating with customers, limited access. Nobody would know what your business is about, how it started, what you can do for them, and how you can help them.
Okay, you see what I just did for you now?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you just told me is what needs to be on your website. So I'm very good. I have over like 14. I'm an author. I have a ton of resources, workbooks. There's one workbook that has 30 questions. It's the entrepreneur's workbook. 30 plus questions. That question will lead you to the answer. You know why I do it? The answer is always within you. But people don't know how to articulate it and present it to a third party in a compelling way. As long as you're an entrepreneur, I trust that you know why you're on that journey. You know. But many people have not done the internal communication work because branding, marketing, and sales, the foundational skill is pure communication. Effective strategic communication is that the biggest challenge. This is why I give people workbook. I said it earlier. When I ask you the right question, the answer will surface, and the answer is what you're supposed to put on your website. So you talked about people need your solutions for a website. And I asked you, why do I need a website? Mm-hmm. Another question I will ask you, because there are different categories of people you're going to encounter. Some may have a website, some may not. And out of the people that have a website, some may be poor quality, poor visual, poor aesthetics. You need to talk about that as well. Right? So because let's just play this out. You may be trying to sell to me and like, oh, you need this, and I tell you, well, I have a website already. Your next challenge should be, give me the link, let me check it out. I give you the link, you go there, you're like, sis, bro, right? This website this website misrepresents your value. The moment you can say that to somebody, you can tell them, listen, this person, you, as I'm interacting with you right now, you seem to me like your website needs to mirror an elevated status, right? It's not representing your brand well. And with my services, listen, we will take you to the next level. With my services, we will help you design a website that is reflective of your brand position, like the position you want to occupy in the hearts and minds of people. If it is elevated, I'm the man for the job. How does that sound, Kendrick?
That sounds great.
That's what you need to be doing. That's what entrepreneurs need to be doing. This stuff is not rocket science per se, but if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. And we are providing services people need that will, listen, my school will save you time, save you stress, save you money, save you your life. You do it, you thank me. And if you don't value your time, you like being stressed and you're not getting results, then that's okay, because I know my value. Kendrick, you're supposed to know your value and demonstrate it in a compelling way. Because for me, when I train entrepreneurs, I love easy life. If you don't know, I'm not interested. When I came into entrepreneurship, I'm like, because I worked for the biggest brand in the world, Walmart. Listen, 600 billion annual sales. Listen, we are collecting money. And then I became an entrepreneur and I saw all these fights within fight group. I'm like, is it like, why is it that there's so much fight within, fight without, fight everywhere? I'm like, no, I like peace. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy my children. I will do this work. I'm passionate about what I do, but there must be an easier way. That's what led me to write the books. I do my TV show, write the resources. I've invested time, years into creating my, right? Why? So that we can enjoy life. Everything is not about money, 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 money. In fact, your customers, the engagement is not about money. It's about value first. And if you can contribute to their life, the things they value, if you can contribute, let me repeat that. It's so important. If you can contribute towards the things people value, they will pay you. But first, you have to identify what they value. Right? Again, there are resources at toyinmesiri.academy. Like I remember one of the series, right? I listed out the things people value. Why do we love Beyonce? Listen, people who love rock and roll, Beyonce is a nuisance to them. But people who love the sound, the world picks what they value. Your job is to find what people value. I'm looking for people who value what I value and who care that I care. I'm not looking for people who do not value what I value. I value time. I value peace. I don't like stress. Listen, I love me some me. I love me some me. In fact, my rule is I only now do one-on-one with people that have gone through my academy. You know why? The 10-week accelerator will solve all the problems you have. When you now meet with me, we are taking you quantum leap. That's why I call it the quantum leap coaching. But people that do not want to invest in skill development, if they come into one-on-one with me, we will just, it's a fight. I've tried it. It's a fight. Mindset fight, limiting belief, imposter syndrome, right? Self-sabotage, lack of time management, no discipline. I have seen it all, yet they want to make money in business. So I say, go to school first. Go through deal with all of those things first. So that when you speak, when we engage, we are talking about because I said there's a strategy to executives at the biggest brands in the world. An hour with me will change your life. I know that. How many minutes have we spent now? 28 minutes. Has it not shifted something for you? Listen, I know my value. But people who have time to waste, people that do not value their time, they will not value the fact that I can save you 5 years of figuring it out, going around. Many people have been in entrepreneurship for 5 years, but they don't know what I just shared and what I just taught you in the last 28 minutes. They're still out there. They're still wondering. Don't be a wanderer. Learn the skills for success. Okay. I see a comment here. Let me quickly read it from Instagram. Sorry, apologies. The names, listen, Instagram people, the way you describe your names, don't blame me. I'm trying. Brenda Design says, how do you feel about surveys and polls to get in? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. To get info from your target audience. Okay. Can I read it one more time for those? How do you feel about surveys and polls to get info from your target audience? What is actually more important than using polls and surveys is actually having the right questions to ask. This is where people fail most. I think it's one of my chapters here. right? The power of questions. Or is it in my academy? The power of asking the right questions. It's somewhere here. Anyway, if it's not here, it's in my school. Because there's a workbook in my school that you can purchase. It's the entrepreneur's workbook. There are over 30 questions for your research. It's for market research, it's for business development, it's for business planning. Okay. The reason is because yes, you can do polls and all, but if you ask the wrong questions, you get the wrong answer. You saw the question I just put to Mr. Kendrick. Immediately he answered it. I'm well practiced in this. I'm an expert in this, right? Is that the quality of the question you are asking will immediately get you the answer. So, for example, how well do you know your customers? The workbook that supports that gives you the questions you need answers to. What are their pain points? What are their aspirations? Right? Right? Because I've shared with you that we use money. Money is a resource. We use it. It's not about money. I'm going to try and dive in, even if I don't read any more paragraphs. I want anybody investing time spending it with me. I want you to walk away with this. If you're an entrepreneur, if you grab this thing, your life will change. The transaction is not about money, because I teach the history of money and trade by barter. You know that trade by barter, there was no money involved before. I want your salt, you want my shoe, we exchange. Value for value. Money only comes in because it is the instrument, is the intermediary value exchange. For example, in America, right? Money is printed by, right, the government, circulated through the central bank to the banks, that any value exchange right happening in America, you trade with the dollar. In another country is another currency. So the actual transaction is value for value first. And then at the point when I want to acquire your value, that is when I even think about money. That's when I say, do I have the money? But the first thing that happens in the human mind is, I want this. I want to have. The consciousness must go into desire. That's what you're supposed to be looking for. Listen, because when we desire something, we will find the money. When we desire something, we will save the money. When we desire something, we can save the money. But if we don't desire nothing, listen, even if you beg me for free, nobody will download. That is why download this, download, it's not working. Download this, download that. But if you want it, listen, people will buy what they want. All these things going on online. Free this, free that, free this. When people value what it is you're offering, your job is to make them value it, because once they value it, they will desire, want it. And if they don't value it, they will even tell you it is too expensive. Why is this? But the moment you can get people to value, and the statement of value is your magnetic message, it may not even have anything to do with your solution. If you grasp this stuff, your life will change. Let me read. Okay, let me read this one. This is funny. I think I talked about it briefly. I said, this is why many around the world buy into Apple products. What is not to love about those amazing Apple gadgets? They are sleek and pleasant to play with, enough that just about everyone in the world has a desire for at least one. In fact, when desire is high, customers would have to fight their own will to not buy into your product. This is where we'll tell us, Toyin, you don't need that stuff. Another bag, another shoe. We will be fighting inside, because desire is like, I want it, I want that bag, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then I'll be cautioning myself, Toyin, how many lotions and potions? How many bags do you need? How many watches? That's what I'm saying. The moment you activate desire, right, desirability, the end. You see that car? People start dreaming. Okay, that car. Oh my God, it's BMW. I need to work harder to save money. Guys, when you understand those things I teach in my book, your life will be easier. Make it easier. Did you want to say something? I saw you laughing, Mr. Kendrick. React to that.
About what you're saying is true about the cars and all this stuff, material stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the toughest thing to sell is those of us that we want to sell you a better future. Like entrepreneurship, like what I'm selling, the whole point of the academy is to sell you the future you want, a peaceful future, a more prosperous future, a wealthy future. That is what I'm selling. But you have to prioritize doing the work. I will bring you tools, instruments that will help you build and construct a better future for yourself. That's it. Because if you don't desire something higher, something better than what you're experiencing now, if you don't desire a peaceful life, a more focused life that says, you know what, this entrepreneurship journey, it's legacy. I can't be stressing myself for the rest of my life. Do you want to be stressing yourself for the rest of your life? No. But the moment you know what you're doing, you acquire the skills at Toyin Mesfido Academy. Everybody tells me peace of mind. You just calm down, and then you know that this is my chosen profession. You show up every day for your business. That's what you do. When you know you need to build equity into your brand. In the school, you learn how to create a brand, why you need a brand, on and on for hours. I talk about your business model, how you create a vehicle to deliver value and take value. I teach you this, I teach you. By the time you go through the 10 subjects, towards you at the end, you just say, Toyin, my life, this I'm good. Let me go to work. And then every day you show up calmly, restfully, not fighting nobody. You sit on your throne, on your king. Like I sit on my throne and I show you my book and I read to it. If you want peace of mind, enroll. A better future. Right? That's the value for me. A peaceful, a less stressful one, and better results, higher results, and building the right structure, legacy, not just running around. I tell people, don't start what you cannot sustain. All these things people are doing today, they can't sustain it. They can't sustain it. This is where burnout is real. More content, more content, more content, more content. Okay. That's why I say not all content creator will create wealth. Because the mindset of a wealth builder is different from more content, more content. Listen, let me tell you, I have a lot of stories to share. More content is like you going to the stream with your baits and dumping all your baits in the ocean and sitting down and hoping that the fish will jump into your bucket. That's what people are doing. When you don't have leverage, you don't have systems, you don't have structure, you don't have strategy to help you reel it in, you don't have a guaranteed result. This is what I teach. But what I see most people doing, I want it to be visual. Literally, they invest time creating content, and guess what they do? They just dump it on social media every day. And guess what social media will do? We scroll past it. We are eating your bait for free. There's no hook. There's no magnetic message. You're just feeding hungry fishes. This thing, more people will keep scrolling. You'll be seeing the count. 1,000 people scrolled. Nobody messaged you. Why? Because the hook is not there. The leverage is not there. That's skill. Until you have the skill to build your leverage, the hook, the value, you can keep dumping, showing up everywhere, every day. Doesn't change the results. You come in, you create, you dump, but fish will just be, you will see the fish gather around you. You know, when you open those rooms, you are scrolling things, you are doing a live session. Listen, people will gather, they will pull up, they will come and eat. The moment they finish eating, guess what they will do? They are waiting for tomorrow. You come and feed them tomorrow. Okay. I'm speaking directly, right? Brenda says, where can my book be found? Okay. I hope you can still hear me, right? So it's available on Amazon. And then all my students also get copies of my books. Actually, I have other books that is not public right now. There's one, Marketing for Christians, where I break down 14 strategic messaging stuff from Jesus' way of preaching the ultimate message, right? I'm a believer. So, right. So what I usually do is I teach my books, I teach the classes first in my school before I release it publicly. So that's one of the reasons people want to join my school. So yeah, Amazon.com, mindset of an entrepreneur. See, my hand is all over mine. So let me share. I'm just on. Let me see how far I can still go on this chapter. There's still many pages, but anyway. If your product or service addresses a problem sitting in your customer's blind spot, I shared that before, right? You will have difficulty convincing them to invest in your solution. In addition to traditional customer profile designs, I teach my members how to engineer when their customers are oblivious to problems impacting their progress. This is when people don't even know. They cannot diagnose their own problem. This is when I say you act like a medical doctor. You know, as a medical doctor, you go in with symptoms, aches, and pain because you don't know what's going on. Your doctor's job is to go beyond just symptoms and go to the root of the problem and then come and say, you know what? You have a earache. That's what, right? They look into your hair, they look into your throat, they test you out, your heart, and they listen. Your job as an entrepreneur is to listen to what people are saying, but don't stay at the surface. Go beneath it and say, did you know your heartbeat is irregular? And they go, oh, that's your job. Not just talking about symptoms, but to excavate the real problem. So as entrepreneurship, for example, many people will say, I'm not seeing results, I'm not seeing results. I go down and I say, you don't have the skills to do what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. If you will confess, the reason you're not seeing the results you desire is because you've not learned all the things you need to learn. If you brand, if you build the right relationships, if you build respect, not entertainment, what you need is respect. If you're a thought leader, if you build thought leadership, like there's a workbook called Content Messaging. I give you mission. You have to give your content mission. You want to demonstrate thought leadership. You want to listen, I listed all those things in the workbook. But guess what you are doing? Entertain. Keep entertaining. The respect you need for people to see you as an authority figure, you've not created it. They don't respect you. And you want them to follow you. No. Followers follows leaders. Your job is to show leadership in your domain. You think clients want people they think they know more? Do clients come to you if they already know more than you in that space? No. Your job is to demonstrate superior intelligence. You know why I use the word intelligence? Because you need that to solve their problem. Okay. You as the, in fact, it's right here. Let me read it. You as the expert can see those things, but they cannot. Don't assume your customers and clients know what you know. And don't let them think they know what you know. Those are two things. Again, I'm a writer. Every sentence is a masterclass. I can stop on this sentence and create a masterclass. Don't let your customers and let's say followers, let's not say customers. Customers have already committed to buying. Never let your followers think they know more than you do in your field. They are not going to pay you nothing because they think you are equals. Listen, you've got to remove yourself. I once told somebody on Clubhouse, I went to her rooms several times, and I said, this lady, you're just suffering. You're offering. Because you know what she does? She said, I'm building community. I'm building community. Community that doesn't respect you. They will use you and abandon you. I'm building keep building it. People are coming into your space as equals. They think they are your peers. They think they know what you know. They're not paying you. They're not going to buy from you. They think, in fact, they think they are helping you by showing up in your room, and you tell them, thank you for being here. Thank you. Listen, they think they are doing you a favor instead of reversing that. When I show up and I present my skills, you walk away saying, oh, my. Toyin said something. That Toyin woman, she taught me something new I've never heard before. That's my job. My job is to make you know I know in this space more than you do. That's why we seek doctors. If you think you know what the doctors know, go and use WebMD. We come to the doctors because the doctor has superior intelligence in healthcare. You go to the dentist because the dentist know more about teeth than you do. Otherwise, heal thyself. Physician, heal thyself. If you think you know more than me on business, please go. You don't need me. I free you to go. But listen, I don't claim to be a lawyer, but when it comes to business, pull up. Pull up. Executives are the biggest brand in the world. Listen to me, I create strategy for them. I sit on a board of $1 billion. I don't claim to be a dentist. I'm not telling you to bring your teeth to me. I'm not telling you. I'm not into childcare. I don't have the patience to take care of your kids. I'm not coming online to sell you. Like, I'm none of that. But listen, business education, pull up. Pull up. Pull up and listen. I will tell you something you've never heard before. I will tell you. So that's your job. Thought leadership. Leadership is why people follow you, not to be entertained. In fact, can I say this? You can entertain people and lose your value. Particularly if that's not your job. If you're a musician, listen, if that's your job, please sing us some songs. We will dance. We will dance to your tune. Show us some drama. We will come and watch your movie. But if that is not your business, you have no business doing those things. But if you're a thought leader, get people respecting the investments you've made in yourself to acquire superior intelligence in your space. The doctor has superior intelligence in healthcare. They've studied the heart, they've studied the organs of the body, white blood cells, red blood cells, diseases, and this. They've read the books. So guess what? We go to them and say, fix me, doctor. But if the doctor doesn't, you don't know, he didn't go to school, you will avoid them. Don't demonstrate incompetency online. Your brand is too important than that. Don't show your incompetence on the streets. You are messing up. Okay, let me be careful because I only talk like this in my school. I don't know. I'm delivering a tough message. Only people who want the truth would hear me. Okay. You as the expert can see those things, but they cannot. In this case, you must first create an awareness of the problems and then communicate the solutions and offerings. Until they see the problems or the possibilities, they will not take the actions you believe they should take for themselves. To build a sustainable venture, it is important to take a 360-degree approach. Customers hold the key. And building a successful business can also be called a game of wits. Yes, I said it. It's a game of wits. Between you and the fish, the fisherman and the fish, who is going to win? The fish wants your bait for free. You want the fish for dinner. Every time you show up, who will win? The fish win when they get all you have, eat it up. You fed the fish. Are you going to feed the fish or is the fish going to feed you? Oh my God. told you this is a master class. Master. Every sentence, this book is a quick read, but listen, every sentence you will pause and you will think and go, Toye. Toye. Yes, I say it. Are you going to feed the fish or is the fish going to feed you? Tonight. Why am I laughing? Oh my God. Okay. It's a game of wits. Those who win find ways to outsmart their customers in a way. I'm telling you, this is big business strategy. You think Amazon wants you to win? No, they are guaranteed to win. Go and see their numbers. You think Facebook cares about you winning? No, they will eat your content and use your content and sell. Listen, somebody is eating somebody. Somebody is. You want the truth? I say some content creator, it's worse than being an employee. Because at least employee, your employer will pay you for your time. On these streets of social media, listen, Facebook, they would you give them content, they drink it all up. Their platforms drink it and they give you what? Okay, let's keep going. You have to be able to compel them to take action that you believe to be in their own favor. It has to be in their favor. Nobody's moving for you. It is not easy to do this, but you can train yourself to improve at it. This is where skill is. When I teach, I tell you this is the game plan. The game plan is bring home dinner. But I will tell you, oh, the fish is not going to make your job easier. I'll tell you. So I will say, okay, here's the strategy. Take your pen, take your paper. This is what we're going to do. We're going to test this, we're going to test that. You're going to test this, and then in a week, you see which one works. Once you get precision, once you figure out what's precision, that's what you accelerate. This is what we call business strategy. But out there, you keep doing the same thing. I'm telling you, guarantee your own results, okay? As a business owner, you must realize that nobody owes you a dime. Listen, the next sentence, my book is so direct. I say, the arrogance we sometimes employ is one of the limiting factors in building a successful business. Thinking that just because we consider our products or services to be the best, that is an excuse for us not to do the work of crafting a compelling reason for anyone to buy. That's another masterclass. You see people be showing up as if I went into one room which day and the person said, hire me. I'm like, who are you? Like, that's what people are doing. Buy this, buy now. And we are like, this is what people are doing. You know this? We are looking them up and down. Why should I pay attention to you? Don't let people look you. Don't let people give you the side eye. Don't be that person. Be more strategic, be more sophisticated than that. Listen, Walmart is more sophisticated. Amazon is more sophisticated. Apple is more sophisticated. Nike is selling you shoes. But the way they sell you shoes, listen, they are very sophisticated. They say just do it. They pull your heart, they pull your mind, they make you dance, they give you hearts. And you know what you do? You run to their store and you want to be part of that. That's sophisticated selling. They don't even talk about anything shoe. They don't even tell you bye in their ads. They present to you a story of the future you want, running, exercising, this, and then you go, you know what, this shoe can help me. Shoe, oh, you think the shoe will make you lose weight? Anyway, that's sophisticated selling for you, right? So don't be arrogant and think anybody owes you anything. No, do your job. There's no excuse. Your job is to craft a compelling reason why people need to pay attention and buy from you. I said an entitled attitude. You see, I'm addressing all these things. Oh, I put it all out. That's why when you come to my school, you will hear the truth, because you know what? The truth will set yours free. Right? Somebody said best room yet. I appreciate that. Listen, you can't go anywhere in the world for this. This is authentic Toyin. I will give you truth. I care. It's surgical, but guess what? It will deliver people for real. Okay? I said an entitlement because I've seen it. I teach entrepreneurs all over the world and I've seen all kinds of these things. So I decided to write my book so that people will learn. An entitlement attitude towards your customer and the community you wish to serve will not reward you. Every business owner must understand this truth. You cannot, these are things we should be teaching our kids now. That's one of the things I say in mindsets. We need to be teaching our kids entitlement to what? You're not entitled to my money. You are here to serve me. Show me what you do. And my job is to explore and understand if I want it. If I want it, I pay. If I don't want it, I keep moving. I don't owe anybody. I don't owe anybody. Someone said, Miss Mayele says, Mama, you teach well. Carry on. We are learning by the hammer. I learn. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Let me deliver another one. This next paragraph is art. I said we all love free things. So why pay when we can get it for free? Are you ready for the truth? You love free things. You love nice things and you love nice things that are free. We are all looking for free. Your customers, if they have a way of getting all that you have for free, listen, the world is, this is, do you want the truth? The world is like that. Your job is to protect your value and put it under lock and key and put a price, because you can't go into a Walmart store, see banana, eat it and walk out. No, they'll call you a thief. Okay, we all love free things. So why pay when we can get it for free? This is a known phenomenon, and is why freemium business model exists and has become more popular in recent times. The more options customers have, the more you have to realize that you must design winning business models that will lure them into your business web. I said it. I'm on the side of entrepreneurs. I teach entrepreneurs interesting, unique strategy for them to win. I want entrepreneurs to build empires and be rewarded financially for their work. You deserve the reward. So I give them tips and tricks, right? I teach you how you are going to win. So I will tell you everything you need to know that nobody will tell you. That's my job. The more you learn about your customers, the more you can sell to them. Yes, let's sell some things. Okay. If I told you that Amazon knows what you ate for breakfast, would you believe me? Data about shopping patterns is a gold mine for us in the retail world. We know that if we can predict when it will rain, we can sell some umbrellas. If we can anticipate when a woman is likely to have a baby, we can sell more diapers. You get the point. You have to become more intimately aware of the tendencies and mindset of your customers to be able to serve them effectively. Empathy always wins. I've moved into another paragraph now. Empathy. Entitlement doesn't win. I'm telling you now what's going to win. Empathy. Empathy always wins. Your business is in service to the world. You create enough value before you can even begin to ask for value in return. You must have a compelling value proposition related to alleviating a pain point for your customers or helping them achieve their aspirations. I help you achieve your aspiration, your entrepreneurship aspiration. I help you make your dreams come true. Simpler, easier, faster, less stress. That's my job. You do it well and you are on your way to securing value for yourself, right? For yourself. I'm almost done with this chapter. Okay. The chapter is how well do you know your customers? Okay. People often do not consider the cost of ignorance. My words are very loaded, right? They are on point. I shoot straight. It's a target. I talk about, clarity in business is what gets you faster results. When you are not clear, you beat around in bush. Nobody understand what you were trying to say. You lose people. So for me, I pick my words. If I say something, I say what I mean what I say. I use the right words to say it as listen, as effective. For me, it's effective messaging. I use words to command an emotion. I want you to think, so I use clear words. So when I say, for example, people often do not consider the cost of ignorance. People will go, you don't say I'm ignorant. I'm saying, yes, consider your ways. You may not know something. Yes, lack of information, there's a cost to it. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge equal to ignorance. But people don't want to hear that, do they? Do they? No. They prefer lies. The world prefer lies. They make you believe, oh, your life is good. Oh, it's okay. People who do not challenge you don't love you. People who do not challenge you to success, to greatness. The people who leave you as you are, they waste your time. If after an hour with me, nothing has changed in your life, you've wasted my time. I've wasted my time. I've wasted yours. I'm not in that business. Listen, if you give me 1 hour, your head will work. When I say work, I'll make you think. You will process something. You will shift something in your spirit. That's me. How much more you run through my school? Let's see. Elevated think. I want you to think as I think. Because when you think like I think, I'm offering you big business strategies, the way the biggest brands in the world, the way they think, and what gets them the result. That's what I bring to you. Because ignorance on the streets is making people lose. They're wasting time, energy. You are running all over the place and you are not seeing the results you want. But the big brands, listen, in the boardroom, they design a winning strategy. They are winning every day. Go and check their numbers. Go and check how much Facebook and all of them are making in the same year. Anyway, people often do not consider the cost of ignorance. Excuse me. What you do not know is negatively impacting your business growth. As I have studied regions of the world, I realized that business, trade, and investments drive global wealth distribution. And I concluded that the ultimate cost of lack of knowledge is the real poverty. The moment you can expose yourself to the knowledge others around the world have and commit yourself to developing similar skills and do the work, you will immediately begin to see a difference in your results. First, for knowledge will free people if they learn what it takes to achieve success in life and business. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and doing the work will guarantee the results because when we know better, we do better. It is a humbling process to realize that we only get to build our businesses with what we know and must continue to invest in securing more knowledge. It is what the biggest brands in the world already know. And they employ the best minds in the world because they also realize it takes wits and skills to outsmart their customers to build wealth. People talk about transfer of wealth, not realizing that what facilitates this is the business machine, which must be engineered, oiled, and tuned to perfection. If it is not, it will remain clunky. So, how tuned would you consider your business to be? The end of that chapter. Oh, my. I enjoyed reading that.
Wow.
Mr. Kendrick, go on, please.
That is, I mean, that's the best information I've got in a while on here. I really appreciate your time.
Anytime. Like for me, I've been on Clubhouse for a while and I always go listen. People are just picking crumbs on the floor. This crumb will not help you fly. I'm originally from Africa. We say like what the eagle eats is what helps the eagle to fly. What it mean, what they're just trying to say is if you're going to fly higher, you cannot be eating what chickens are eating. Right? Like if you're going to soar, if you're going to build what's in your mind, you cannot be like when I go into like all these basic non-effective strategies people are sharing. I'm like, you will be there forever. That's why I say 2 years after, people have been on Clubhouse. Where are the success stories? If what they're sharing there is actually effective, by now, I mean, after 2 years, everybody should be winning on Clubhouse. Everybody should be building multi-million dollar businesses, right? After 5 years on social media, by now, if it's going to work, you should be sinking to the bank. But no, it doesn't work that way. No, wealth builders, they are doing something else. They lock themselves up in a room. Listen, and they bring business mind, and they think and they think and they strategize. That's why we go to the drawing board. Listen, this is a serious affair. Wealth creation is a serious affair. It's a fierce. Okay, that's why when we talk about US-China trade war, it is a war. You fight for the livelihood. You fight for legacy. You fight for your investment. I call it body of work. That's why if anybody comes near me and says, I'm like, I don't even play. Out. I will show you the door. I'm not here to play. I've dedicated my time, energy to a profession. If you don't rest, imagine you disrespect the medical doctor and you are now saying listen. No, I don't play, but I see people playing. I see people play with their time, with their energy, and I'm going. 10 weeks of focused enrollment in my school will save you 5 years. And people will go, no, I would still rather be on social media. Okay. A year after, not much has changed. 2 years after, nothing. I'm like, these things are not designed to help you achieve success or build wealth. They are not. They are rigged. Las Vegas is rigged in the favor of the house. Facebook will win, LinkedIn will win, Twitter will win, Clubhouse will win. Will you win? And the level of sophistication of your strategy and the mastery level of your skill is what will guarantee that you win. And many people don't want to train. They want the results, but they don't want to invest time in learning. And I go, call me when you're ready to learn, because I will teach you all that you need to know so that you can build this life and your children will not do this work. They will not repeat all these things again. I told my son, better come and enroll. I cannot be teaching other children, other people's children. We are starting our kids higher, on higher grounds. One thing I was teaching yesterday, I talked about the 3 relationships you need to have with money. Attracting money, this is where entrepreneurship is. If you were not born into wealth, entrepreneurship is the doorway, is the corridor into wealth creation. Because the step 2, wealth management, those who have built wealth already, those who have used entrepreneurship to build wealth, guess what they have now? They have accountants that is helping them manage that money. They don't want to pay too much tax. They don't want that money to disappear. Guess what they are doing? They are they hire wealth managers to say this money must not disappear. You know, Bible talks about wealth can grow wings. You don't want it to grow wings. You want to protect it. The third phase is investment, because once you attract, you manage it well, you will now reinvest. But guess where many people invest? You invest back in other entrepreneurs, in other businesses, because it's about equity, it's about assets, it's about valuation. Your wealth builds and accumulates on ownership. And then people are here saying content, they're calling you content creator and you are happy. Guys, call yourself wealth creator so that you can focus on ownership and equity. You want in your possession, either you build assets or you buy assets. Guys, you build it as entrepreneurship, you buy it as investing. And what are you going to buy? Shares, equity, money, this market. It's still other people's work, people that know how to create value, things that hold value. Like these things, I'm saying, let's start teaching our children. Let's learn it fast, teach our children. Learn it fast, teach our children. That's the way you build wealth. But now they call you content creator, you are happy. Oh, all this content creator, you are dancing. Oh, this thing. Wealth creator. Call me wealth creator. Because when I invest my time, energy, and resources In any space, you know what I'm saying? Return on invest. I need return on invest. I didn't dash you. I'm not in the charity business. My time is not for free. My energy. Listen, I am building assets. I'm building equity. I'm positioning my brand. I'm building relationship that is mutually beneficial. So when you don't think like an investor, you don't think like a wealth manager, you don't think like a right. And do you know what you start with? Do you know the most precious thing ever? Your time. Put some value on your time. Stop giving it away. Start there. Start managing. It starts with time management. Wealth creation, time management. Who are you giving your time and what are they giving you back? Netflix and chill? Ask yourself, what is Netflix giving you back for all the money you give them, for the time you give them? How are they changing your life? Guys, is this too much? Okay, I'm going to stop now. Let me. I don't want to get into hot pepper. Very true. This is why that app has been offloaded. A lot of chatter. Anyway, you get the point. I know I've shocked some people. I've surprised some people. This is me. What you see is what you get. You want truth, sharp, straight, no time to waste. In 1 hour, I've delivered for you thought-provoking insights. That's me. And then I'm out. And then you go and think. And I tell my clients that I work with one-on-one, when we finish a session, I tell you, go and sleep. I know the effect I have on people. I just dropped so much on you. I just tell you, go and have fun, go and sleep. Let your brain give it time to hear. Your brain is brilliant. You know why? It will connect the dots for you. Oops, this is what happens. People have been dreaming before. They think it's not possible. All of a sudden, Tony is making it possible, right? My voice is challenging you to possibilities. I know that. All things are possible to them that believe. I'm saying this is possible. As long as you can get the skill, focus, big business strategy, think like a big business person. Don't think like a small, they tell you, small business. So you too, you are playing small. Guys, big business all the way. Big business all the way. It may take me time, it may take us years, but listen, we are ending this game on a high level. We are putting our time, energy, and resources. We set our gaze. Elon Musk will tell you he's going to the moon, and then he will go build it to go to the moon. Be that person. Command your future. Command your future and the future of your children. Make a commitment to your children that your children, when you are all done, you set them up for life. Make a commitment to your children that your children will not suffer what you are suffering. Those are the commitments my own parents made for me. That's why I'm here. They made sacrifices so that I would not. Let me not go all emotional immigrant story on you. Somebody says Tony hasn't changed. Raw and blunt. Oh my God. Where do you know me from? Raw and blunt as usual. God, oh my God. Where do you know me from? Why do I change? And listen, my job is to be effective in my calling. My job is to be effective. They're telling you to dance. Is dancing effective? I sit on a board. Let me not go all that. If my people see me dancing, they won't take me seriously. I can dance. Maybe I dance once a year. I think last December I did some dancing. I know. I love dancing. I'm fine. But not professionally, guys. Let's go back to principles. And guess what? The platforms are programmed to reward certain behaviors. And you feel trapped. You feel like if you don't do what the platform will reward, then you can't grow your business. And that stuff stinks. I don't like control. I'm not interested in control. No. 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 You're not going to make, because once systems, you leave corporate job, you now enslave, you become a slave of these platforms. Can we think? We need to be independent thinker, because if you're not thinking independently of these systems, you are now being used. If they tell you they will reward you for certain behavior, check, are those behavior aligned to your values? Set yourself free. Back up, back up, back up, back up. You are too deep in that stuff. Back up, back up, back up. Take your pride back. Back up. You're running all over the place you've lost. Can I say it? Have you lost your dignity on social media? Back up. Back up. Okay? Maybe somebody needs, like, back up. Don't be the doormat of these things. Empower yourself. That's why I say empower yourself with knowledge, with skill. Nobody can steal skills from you. Back up. Take charge. When you know more, then you can use the system. I say use social media, don't let it use you. It's either you are being used or you are using it. There's no middle ground. It's either you are being used by a system or you are using the system. Pick which side you are on. But your time is your life. At least make the right decisions for your life. Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. I think I'm done. I think every time I come here on a mission, I'm mission oriented. I do my part and I sign out and I tell you where you can get everything you need. ToyinUmesiwi.academy. I sleep and dine there, not on social media. But I'll come and say hello from time to time. But my hello is a powerful hello. How much more? Okay, guys. I love, love, love. This is why I come to Clubhouse. You guys put a smile on my face. See, this is fun. It's fun for me. If it's not fun, you won't see me here. For sure. But I invite you to join me at toyinumesiwi.academy and the link up above, the Entrepreneurs Academy. Listen, I just donated access, what, $5 million to African youths, right? 1,000 of them. So in the next couple of weeks, I'm looking forward. I'll get busy on, maybe weeks, or it might even take us months, because we have to do a committee to select. We'll do like so much work ahead, and then in May, I'm speaking in DC, government stuff, international trade, on and on. So yeah, I have a packed calendar. So this is it for me anyway. This is it. So get the skills that will make you build the life of your dreams. You deserve that. You deserve peace. You deserve wealth. Be on a mission. Let the world know what mission you are on. In fact, when I talk about money, people don't even talk. Listen, a doctor that doesn't want to talk about blood is in the wrong profession. If you, as an entrepreneur, you don't talk about money, you are in the wrong profession. That's why I say money mindset. Fix that and be on a mission. The people that are doing business right, they are not in it to play. When you see their eyes and you sense their energy, Amazon is not here to play. I hope you understand. The people that are not here to play, they are not playing. So you can't play with their money. Some people talk about pricing. I don't know what I should price. Oh, something your mind is playing tricks on you. Name your price. Stick to it. And make sure your messaging, right? The value is above your price. That's the strategy. You can sell anything at any price, but on a condition. Your message, your value message must be higher than the price you're asking people to pay. You can price anything. There's a pin on Tiffany. You can price anything, any price. But your message and your story must match and be superior to that price. That's the condition. That's the psychological condition. But if you price something and the perceived value of whatever you're pricing is less, you're not going to sell. So the secret of selling, and I've shared it in my school, there are tons of lessons. If you want to learn, you will learn, you will read, you'll be changed. The secret of pricing, there's a pricing training there, is that value must always be greater than price. Perceived value must always be greater than price. Repeat after me. Perceived value. This is the power of branding. This is why we brand. When people brand, you brand this grand. Why? The moment the story is grand, we can price anything. We can price. Branding is the umbrella under which you operate. But if your brand is low trust, low value, and then you are pricing high, people will go, they will tell you, you know what, you are unserious. You don't invest in branding, you want superior. No, nobody's interested. I just gave you another treat there. More tricks, more tips, more training. Head over to toyinumesiri.academy. That's where you need to be living. If you're an entrepreneur, that's where you need to be sleeping. That's where you need to be dozing on the content, the 300 plus resources. That's what will help you create the life of your dreams. But if you keep scrolling on social media, you get what you get. You get the crumbs, the scheme, the barest minimum that takes you nowhere, and you're still struggling. That's your decision, though. Okay. More. You said, Mr. Kendrick. Oh my God. Have I not talked enough today? Mr. Kendrick says more. Help me, please. Rescue me from social media. Oh my God. You see, this is why I only show up from time to time. People will say, Tony, when next are you coming? I say, listen, Mr. Kendrick, speak. I just saw what you posted. I said, more after I'm wrapping up, Mr. Kendrick. Really?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You're making you can't make this thing up. Listen, I enjoy it too much. I have to talk to myself and wrap up. I wanted to do 30 minutes. I'm now, anyway, but I enjoy this and I'm glad you enjoy it. Can the link to the academy be provided to those on the live? Oh my. How do I? My first name, my last name together, Toyin Umesiri dot academy. Put it in the browser. Keep talking, Mr. Kendrick, as I type this. There's a request for me to type the link. Keep talking.
I clicked the link and I got the app. So I'm got what else I got to do.
Yeah. So the first. Okay, I'm typing and talking. Give me a moment. Sorry. Okay, I've typed it. I think there's a way to pin it up. How do you do that? My goodness, all these apps. Pin comment. Okay, now it's pinned. Okay. So the academy, when you type the first section, there's a general. Okay, let me put the picture up above for those also watching this stream. Virtual background. Okay. The school, there's a general section that is free to the public. Once you just click and join, it's accessible to the public. You see a free section, then you see the TV show. And then the next section is the academic section. There's the enrollment in the 10-week accelerator. This is where I tell people to start. The accelerator has 40 courses. The reason I bundled everything together is because I don't want to teach halfway. I don't want you to just learn one thing. Because for you to actually lift up the quantum leap, right? I want you to start with mindset, right? Branding, pricing, customers. I teach all this thing and I tell people, please invest 10 weeks. 10 weeks took me a year. It's actually a year of teaching. It's a full year program. The reason I call it an accelerator is you can complete the full year program in 10 weeks, but you have to invest 3 hours average per week. Some weeks are more, some weeks are less. It's a school with a curriculum, 10 subjects. So that is the main program, because people will sell you one course here, one course there. But I tell you the truth. How many courses have you already taken? What they didn't teach you how everything is connected, how branding helps marketing, how marketing helps branding, how that's how mindset is connected to your pitch. they don't teach you the interconnected, right? It's like a medical doctor. Not only do you, if you teach me about the heart, you don't teach me the veins, that, right? So I want to teach everything. It took me a year. Now you can complete it in 10 weeks. And then there's the next level. There are 2 levels to the accelerator. Basic accelerator, it takes 10 weeks, intense program, 12 workbooks, 2 books. And then the premium version, I come in with one-on-one when you are done, right? I come in with one-on-one when you are done. That's the premium version, and it has all kinds of stuff there, right? So those 2 options. So like I shared, there's the public access, it's free. You can start watching my TV show, you can access resources. I also have a book club. You can join people, it's a community, you can engage there. There's also the newsletter, over 100 newsletters. You can subscribe to only news. So I give people options, but the ultimate training is the 10-week accelerator. I want you to go in there, right? It requires investment, not just money investment, trust me, time. You actually, I tell people, get off social media for a while, because you need to think. One of the workbooks asks 30 questions. Listen, you will spend hours, because that's your business strategy, right? It's about business strategy. I give you these things to craft how you're going to guarantee your success. And you have to think. You need thinking time. And social media doesn't give us thinking time, right? So that's why you hear me in those training. I'll say, print this out, go to your comfortable chair, grab your pen, do the assignment. That's what I always say, because I know social media is a distraction. It's a big distraction, guys. I will keep telling people that will listen. Social media is not there to help you build wealth. It will entertain you. It will take your time. But, if you know what you're looking for on social media, go straight to it. Okay? But if you don't know what you're looking for, it will distract you. So social media is helpful when there's intentionality, but it is not helpful when we are just roaming the streets. CM Anderson, you came up finally. Tell me, what do you think?
I was listening to you by way of Instagram while I was out and
about. Okay, good.
I think I like the Instagram version better.
Yes, because you can see my reaction, my drama.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, she is beautiful.
Oh,
look at her go. Yeah.
Me and my kids, we are drama. I'm a drama queen. Trust me. So when my kids give me back drama, we are laughing. In fact, we joke now. When my kids dramatize, I'll be like, "Where did you get that from?" They say, "From you, mama." I mean, full time, like in my listen. I pull my husband's strings. We are having fun in this house. Like, I love being like my kids. I'm just, one thing about self-actualization. Let me just connect the dots. Those who self-actualize, you become a kid again. Actually, you rediscover all your dreams, your passion, and the moment you can find yourself living life, you all of a sudden, you gain this energy, freedom, liberty. You start living, you start experiencing life again. That's really what is most precious, is when you can find your life, find yourself. And I remember I was sitting by somebody in the boardroom, and he was asking, "How old are your kids?" I told the person, "I wouldn't have thought that you had a child that old." I'm like, "Listen, I want to remain young. Don't give me wrinkles." I spend too much money on lotions and potions to keep the wrinkles away. To look fierce and my brows arched and my skincare. I don't even tell you guys I have a skincare line and a lipstick line. I don't tell people that. I don't tell, because when I'm here on a mission to help other entrepreneurs, you don't know what I'm doing behind the skin. I have packs and packs of skincare. I come from retail. I will sell you anything. But this mission of entrepreneurship is different. It's different for me. I want people, I want my ultimate stuff is to help people build $1 million businesses. But it requires a different kind of thinking. Right? You can't be doing all this stuff. So, but that's my own mission. Okay, that's my own personal destiny type. I remember writing an article which was very prophetic, maybe a year or 2 years ago. I said the next I even said billion, the next $1 billion businesses will come from Africa and Africans. Watch out. But anyway, that's another. But anyway, my job is no wrinkles, looking fierce, enjoying life, and making some money. That's my goal.
I love it.
That's it.
Yes.
This stress is too much, my sister. The African in me is coming out now. That's why we say my sister. The African Christian, there's African culture, there's Christian. We mix it together and we say my sister.
I love it.
Okay, but listen, right, Clubhouse gives us opportunity to connect, right? And so I appreciate this kind of, playful but serious. So on one note, listen, I will deliver you the pill, but I will wrap it up in a digestible way. This is where medication, I say, I'm going to dose you. I know what we need to hear. We need the truth. We need things, lies have hijacked people's mind. We need the truth. We need to confront the truth so that we can be fearless and fierce in pursuit of our goals. I am fearless and fierce. You look at my eyes, I mean business. But I have to go. I literally have to go now.